Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Days Gone Challenge Mode video. And on this video, I'm going to be showing two monster runs. Now one of these runs is taken off the original version of Outride, and the second one is taken from the remastered version. Now, because I actually have a little bit of time on my hands for a change, I decided to go after both of these versions in a big way. Practicing like I haven't done in a long time, and I finally got my rewards for what I wanted to achieve. None of these two runs are record-breaking runs by any means. The world records for both versions are held by the juggernaut that is Ian Murphy, but the first run is super significant for me because I wanted to break the 159,000 point mark on Outride, in order to beat a score that had been held for quite some time. In fact, before Ian Murphy and Cash Grab came along, this one particular score I'd been gunning for had held for years. Now the second run that I'm going to be showing on the remastered version was all about the Everest of Outride achievements, and that is getting a run that scores over 160,000 points. Trust me when I say, folks, up until a few months ago, this wasn't even considered possible. But again, two very talented gamers, one I've already mentioned, Ian Murphy, and the second, Cash Grab, both managed to achieve this. I wanted to be the third person to ever get over 160,000 points in Outride on the remastered version, and I finally did it. So, before I show both of these runs, I am going to take the time to show exactly what rings that I use for both of these runs on Outride. Now then folks, for this challenge I use the rings Tyre and Engine. Engine is essential as it gives you nitros every time you're airborne, and Tyre can potentially stop you from damaging the bike beyond belief on jumps where you get a little bit too much height. So let's do this. The original version is first. Right then, for this first run, although it is very, very fast, it's not the cleanest. I do make a couple of mistakes. The first one comes very early on. When I come off this bend here, going through the first arch, I don't line the bike up correctly, and because of that, a small jump that normally gets you anything from 300 points to 450 does not register for me. So a little bit pissed about that, but however, from here it's all good. I'm getting good speed, good height, I get a good landing there. Now I'm working on the drifting. I like to get this to at least 6 before hitting this particular ramp. I'm looking to hit the road here now in order to keep the speed. From here, a slight variation that I picked up from Cash Grab. It's very handy, but it does cost you 1 or 2 seconds on your drifting. But right now I'm looking to maintain the speed when going through this straight section, and although I don't get a fantastic landing on one of them, I still don't lose too much in the way of time. So moving over this archway here now, I'll look to try and get a jump in there, and I'm very lucky it does register. I didn't think I quite had the right line for that, but all is good. So now I'm looking to get some good height on this next one, and that is good. If you get to that particular freaker or just past them, you know you've come off that ramp well. Now the next important part is here. I like to try and get 2 jumps in, one just before that arch and one just after. You get both of those in, you're getting good points for each of them. It's very easy to miss one of those. But from here now, it's all about trying to take out the freakers as I'm going past them, and of course I'm working on the drifting. Now the next section is not fantastic, hitting that sign certainly doesn't do me any favours, but I still managed to keep the speed going well here. And now it's all about getting this jump in here to get the last checkpoint, and of course I still need the last 2 seconds of drifting, so I'm looking to try and take out any more freakers that I can, but I time it going over the line perfectly. In fact, I time it so bloody well you don't even see the bonus that I actually pick up for it. The bonus is actually 45,600 points, but it gets me 159,141. And when you see the leaderboard for this, this is why it's so significant. Because the gamer who is now the world number 4, Ken's JP, that score there, 159,000, held for a long time. That was my target score to beat. The fact that Cash Grab was just above him meant that it was always likely that if I broke the 159k, I was probably going to catch Cash Grab on this as well. But as you can see, we're all incredibly close there, with the exception of the machine that is Ian Murphy up top there. I don't think anyone's going to catch that score. You have no idea how perfect your run has to be in order to get over 160,000 points on the remaster, let alone the original version, which I'm showing here. So anyways, now that I've shown that one, let's get to the remastered run, and this is my 160k run. Now, very similar to the previous run, I have a massive mistake at the very start of this one, because if you thought the start of the original version was bad, just wait till you see how this plays out. I start off, yeah, the jump's good there. Get the line absolutely completely wrong here. Don't even get a jump in at all, so again, costing myself. And the only reason I don't stop this run right here and now is because I got good points when going through the first 2 arches. So I stick at this, and now all sorts of good stuff are happening. I get a fantastic jump there, a lot of height, and 1800 points right now. Looking to get a bit more drifting in play again, looking to catch the road, but on this particular run I go for the more traditional way, heading down the hill here, looking to utilise the bike to get as much drifting time as possible. And again here, nice and clean, looking to get a good landing there. Again, it's not perfect, but I'll lose very little time. Very close to that rock as well, by the way, but get away with it. Now from here, a little bit higher than I want it to be there, because I do like that to be super clean. But right now, again, look to get that jump in there for the 525 points. This is nice. I'm getting some really good airtime, so all these points are starting to build up. Again, get that one nicely. Get past that freaker, so I know that's a good jump. Now, very close to a mistake there. If I'd caught that particular freaker, chances are it would have cost me 1200 points, because I would have struggled to get through the particular archway in time. Now then, on to the final stretch, and it's all about speed and drifting. Now, my drifting time is actually pretty good here, and because of this, it influences my decision for doing what I do next, which is a variation on the previous run. And that's a variation I've first seen done by Ian Murphy, by the way. But getting near the very end here, and I do make another blunder. It's right here. I don't get the landing right. It doesn't cost me a huge amount of time, but when I finally get over the line here, it's probably cost me about 300 to 400 points. Got it. Fucking got it. Yes, that was my genuine reaction when I first got this score, because I had forgot to mute the mic, so apologies for that. But this is what it means. I finally joined Cash Grab and Ian Murphy as the 3rd player to get over 160,000 on Outride, which I'm absolutely delighted with. By the way, the top score for this one is the best score in the world. Nobody has ever cracked the 162,000 point mark until Ian Murphy came along, and that's just an insane score. And I would imagine he may even beat that at some point, because he's that good on this particular challenge. But Cash Grab's score just below is also extremely impressive, just shy of 161k. So for the time being, that is me completely done with this challenge. All I can say is, folks, thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.